Do you have a business on Facebook and you're trying to figure out how to follow up with all those leads that you're getting on Facebook? Keep watching, and I'm going to share with you exactly what to say to them to follow up through the multiple times it sometimes takes to get a response from somebody. Hi, I'm Amber from resultwithamber.com. And if you stick around this whole video, I'm also going to share with you a way to find even more leads. So let's get into it. When you're following up with Facebook leads, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. First thing is the follow up really starts with the first connection. So every time I talk to somebody, I always make sure that they understand I'm going to be reaching out with them again or reaching out to them again. So when I'm talking to somebody on Facebook and I'm setting up that first connection with them, I'm going to be talking them through like maybe if it's a video I'm sending them or a sample, I make sure that they're ready for me to contact them again. So, hey, I'm going to send over this video. Can I follow up with you next Tuesday or tomorrow or whenever it is to see what your thoughts are on it? Hey, I'm going to be sending this sample out to you. These are what you're going to expect from it. And I'm going to be getting in touch with you, next Wednesday to talk about what it is that, what your results were with that or if what you liked about it. So it's really about setting up your next follow up with the conversation. Never leave a conversation with somebody not expecting you to reach out again. That's really, really difficult then to kind of restart that connection. It can feel awkward or forced. And we don't want to do that. We want people to understand, hey, I'm here, I'm a business, and I'm following up with you. So if you have leads coming in, and maybe you are at that point where you're like, oh man, I didn't tell them that I was going to reach out to them again. What do I do now? I get it. I've been there. I've had all the false starts and everything. So when you're reaching out to somebody who you said, "Yeah, I'll get back in touch with you whenever to get your thoughts on whatever it was that you shared with them," uh, then you're gonna come back to them and say, "Hey, sorry, I lost track of time. I wanted to make sure that I got back in touch with you and got your thoughts on whatever it was that you sent to them. A video, a sample, a consultation, whatever it was. Kind of break that ice with them. Accept fault. Maybe it's not your fault, but accept fault. Take that on to yourself. That doesn't mean you have to carry it around beyond saying it, but that really kind of allows people to warm back up and trust you. Now, of course, when you're completed having this conversation with them, you again are going to leave them with a next contact point. Okay. So, walking it through, if you are somebody who is, let's say you want to send a sample to somebody, you've had a conversation with them, you've sent a sample, uh, and you've told them, I'll reach out to you next Wednesday to get your feedback on it. They are expecting you to reach out on Wednesday. What if you don't? What if you forget? Go back to the previous thing that I said. Own that forgetfulness and follow up with them. Hey, I'm sorry, I really lost track of time. I know I said I was going to reach out on Wednesday. Let's talk. And people can really understand that you're human, right? That's one thing about social media businesses is we're really realizing that the people behind the businesses are people. They're human. They make mistakes and it's okay. Now, if you're somebody who's really, really, locked in, you're really super consistent, which is amazing. It's really great. I love working with people who are super consistent. Uh, just follow those steps. You know, hey, it's Wednesday. Just wanted to get your feedback on the sample I sent out. What did you take your before pictures like I asked you to? Did you uh try it out last night? Uh, what did you like best? Now, when you ask somebody what did they like best, they're going to automatically go towards the things that they liked. Hey, it felt really good on my skin, or I had a lot of energy, or I felt really full after using it, or I liked all the savings I could get from that consultation, whatever it was that you sent them, right? If you're focusing on what they liked best, they might have questions, they might have concerns, and that's okay, but you're kind of leading them down the path of a purchase, of a sale. So ask them, hey, what did you like best about the sample, the consultation, the service, whatever it was? And they might still kind of be iffy and and standoffish or whatever and say no, that they don't want to get it, and that's okay. It's continuing to follow them through and leading them to the next step. Let's say you sent them a video. Hey, what did you like best about the video? And they said, I didn't watch it. Oh, the number of people that you will get that say they didn't watch the video, um, I would say doesn't astound me, because there is a huge number of it. But after doing this for a while, you kind of get the idea that there are people, they make a commitment, but life gets in the way. Like I said, we're all human, right? Then again, set up the next follow up with them. Hey, no worries. I understand that we all get busy. When can you watch it? And let them make that commitment to you. Don't set that commitment for them. When do you think you can watch it? When do you think you can try the sample? That sort of thing. Because then they are telling you, they're coming up in their own mind, they're making room in their schedule to make sure that they hit that commitment. Because most people don't like to make a commitment and then not follow through on it. So you're having them set that expectation, and then you go back, you say, okay, you will have for sure watched the video, tried the sample by, you know, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. So I'm going to reach out to you tomorrow at 8 p.m. and I'm going to get your feedback. And usually the people who follow through on that commitment, there's going to be a number of people that do. Now, there's always going to be a number of people that don't. And you just kind of have to keep following the steps and understand that not everybody is ready at the same point in time. And you have to reach out to people multiple times. Back in the day, it used to be like 5 to 8 points of contact with somebody would lead to a decision, either a yes or a no decision. They'd either buy, or they'd either absolutely say, nope, this is definitely not something I want to be a part of. I don't want to try it. I don't want to do anything. Now, with the age of the internet and how fast information comes at us and how quickly our schedules can change, a lot of people need more like 12 points of contact, 12 times to follow up with them. So if you understand this with follow up, that it's going to take a little bit for it's not going to happen on the first or the second or the fifth or the seventh time that you follow up with somebody, that it can take 12 touches, 12 points of contact, 12 times that you reach out, 12 times that they see something. uh, it takes a little bit more effort in this age of information, the information superhighway. uh, you're going to understand that the system, the cycle is a little bit more important, and that you have to really stay consistent and do all those follow-ups. Okay, now there are other ways that you can make sure that those follow-ups are condensed in time, right? You don't want 12 follow-ups to only happen once a month, and then it takes a year for you to get any one person, right? You want to see how you can condense that as much as you possibly can. But actually following up with people, there's a lot of different ways. You can get them into an email system, you can get them into a Facebook group, you can follow up with them by phone. There's so many different ways that you can follow up with people, but the biggest thing is making sure that they expect the next follow up, and you ask them what they liked most from whatever it was you shared with them, because that's going to lead them down that happiness path towards sales, right? The more you can get somebody to say yes, that psychology of saying yes, the more that you can get people to focus on what they liked, the more they're really going to realize, hey, this is something that I want to do. Hey, this is something worth trying, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, at the beginning of this video, I did share with you that I had something for you if you stuck around to the end. So if you did, great. Uh, Make sure you hit subscribe now if you want more of these tips. But as we're going through this, I wanted to let you know that you can get my 13 sources of free leads, because if you don't have people to talk to, you're not going to have people to follow up with, right? So if you need more people to follow up with, that might mean you also need more leads. Go to my website, resultwithamber.com, and you can download my 13 sources of free leads, and you can really get jump started in your business. I will talk to you later.